Welcome back, everybody. We are back live with the Colorado Open. Justin Bergman taking on Tyrel Blowers here in a battle to reach the quarterfinals. Stephen Jameson here with you. And I'd like to say, Adam Cisneros joins me in the booth. First of all, very good afternoon to you, Adam.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, how much have you enjoyed the Colorado Open experience so far?
It's been great. It's definitely been great. You know, I went to the last one in Kansas City, and you know, I had a fantastic time. And this one being in my hometown made it a little bit nicer. So.
Yeah, I was going to say I was led to believe it was your local event. Has it been a bit strange in that way, or?
It has been. It's been about 20 years since the last time Colorado's got a major tournament like this. You know, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, and it's been, I mean, from my perspective as a visitor, it's been amazing to be here. Beautiful part of the world. My first time in Colorado. We've been very well looked after.
Nice. And the weather's been beautiful lately, so can't beat that.
Could not complain with the weather at all. Yeah, it's been glorious. Obviously, Justin get to the table. Tyrel tried something pretty wild to get himself back on track in that rack.
Yeah, Ty, I've known Ty since he was about 16, 17. He's come such a long way.
I don't think he's still not that much older now, is he?
No, not really. I think he's about to turn 21. But he works really hard, and it wouldn't surprise me if this one comes down to the wire.
Yeah, Tyrel got a big win late last night in the losers qualification game. Took out Shane Thompson. Pretty convincing victory as well.
I watched that. It was high tension. High tension.
Yeah, it was one of the losers games that jumped immediately off the page because you looked at it and you thought, well, these two are both good enough to be in that last 32.
Exactly.
Pretty good response to Justin Bergman's safety there by Ty, I must say. Justin's in a little bit of trouble here.
He is.
I thought Justin's decision to hold back was a good one, but Tyrel has played a really, really good counter safety.
Trying not to break up the 2 and the 1, because then that opens up the 12. And it's looking at the Z kick, looks like.
Didn't get enough spin on it. So cue ball in hand for Ty Blowers, and where he's moved the 9 is actually not a terrible angle to move the 12, but he's also got to worry a little bit about the 8 ball. This is far from an easy rack to win for him.
This is definitely not over yet. But I kind of like this, going 2 rails and then kick the 12 ball down table. If he gets a shot on the 12, he's going to have a good look to break out the 8.
Is it going to get tied up with the 4? He's been very unlucky. Or has he got that gap?
I think he got the gap.
If he's got the gap, that's good news, but the question of what you do with the 8 ball still remains.
Right.
Just a touch less pace and he'd have been in business there, I think, Ty.
I don't think there's a good bank for the 8 ball either.
Oh, he's seen something.
I think he's looking at the 4 railer.
Well, this would bring the house down if he nails this. And he's not too far away.
That was definitely a good effort.
It really was. Can you imagine if he'd have sunk that to go 1-0 in front? That would have been quite the message. But as it is, Bergman's patience is going to pay off.
It looks like the 2 ball goes on the side, so should be able to get out this rack.
I know you've been around the event all weekend. How impressed have you been with the form that Justin's shown in the last couple of days?
It's been fantastic. He's definitely spot on. Yeah, he tortured me in the Open.
I didn't want to bring back any
It's
tough
fine.
memories.
It's fine. I've had nightmares about it, but it's been all right.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me watching Justin is you can see he's got his touch back and he's confident and he's rolling around the table. He's such a smooth player. But what's been the extra added X factor for me is how well he's been breaking.
Right. I know he struggled a little bit in Kansas City, but it looks like if he figured
found
it out.
Something, yeah.
Right.
He's found something. And a player like Justin, if he's playing well, all he needs is the chances.
Right. Great shot to come up. Get on the 8.
Smoothly done from Justin Bergman, who leads 1-0. Ty Blowers had an opportunity in that rack. If he's got it dialed in. Oh, well.
Off the table.
And that is really bad news, because in international rules, if the cue ball goes off the table, it's not just ball in hand in the kitchen, it is ball in hand anywhere on the table.
Which is a little bit different. And it's kind of surprising going second ball break. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, it just shows how much power he put into that. Just I was saying how well he was breaking yesterday. But he didn't do any of those against you.
No, he didn't.
So even though Tyrel could go anywhere on the table, he did choose to stay to the north, and I think that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, the only tricky ball that's going to be able to get on is the 2, but maybe 6 ball goes on this side, so it's pretty straightforward. I would expect him to get out now.
Well, that wasn't the greatest shot he's ever played. I think he almost certainly would have wanted to avoid the 14 there. Still okay, he's got options, but just has to be a bit more precise now.
Oh, he wants that cue ball to slow down. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's a big error, that, from Ty. What I like, though, is he's straight down on the shot. He's not hanging around to feel sorry for himself.
No.
Cue ball in hand, and I know exactly where this cue ball's going.
And just kind of a missed opportunity from Ty. Just has to forget about that one.
Yeah, I think I mentioned as soon as he played the ball down the left side rail and just bumped into the 14, I'm almost certain his plan would have been to track all the way down to then take the 7 next.
Correct. 14
got in the way, and it's said afterwards, it wasn't the end of the world, but it just meant he had to be precise, and the next shot wasn't far off, but just like that perfect precision, and it really doesn't take much in this game to unravel and stop you from getting out.
Right.
That's why it can be one of the most frustrating games to play.
Okay, but we also keep coming back, right?
Yeah.
It's like golf.
Yeah.
You play bad rounds, then hit that one good shot that keeps you coming back.
Yeah. That right there's a lovely shot from Justin.
It is. Just one tricky ball on the 14 and then pretty much solve this rack.
I think he can just stand across for it now. Now we're going to wait for it off the 11.
I like this shot. The angle's a little bit more natural. Don't really have to do too much with the cue ball. Just float down. perfect.
Yeah, he is absolutely cue ball in hand perfect. That's great stuff from Justin Bergman. 2-0 he leads, and Tyrel Blowers here. I agree with you to your point about how he's not going to go away, not going to get too disheartened, but he does need to get himself on the board sooner rather than later. I didn't get all of that break, but he won't mind how it's turned out. He's actually made quite a few balls there when it didn't initially appear to open very much for him at all, but that's a brilliant result for him. First shot might be the toughest here.
Tight one ball on the side. If he makes it a big ball, it's going in the side pocket. Or the one ball in the side pocket.
He's played 5 balls in that break.
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell you how. I was just doing some quick counting there because I felt like my eyes were deceiving me. Yeah, he put 5 balls on that break.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
You put a great break and nothing goes in, and then sometimes you just hit it a little bit to the side and everything just kind of falls.
I was speaking to Chris Melling yesterday after his win in the arena, and he said, I was talking to him about the break, and he said sometimes it's enough to drive you crazy because he actually thinks the secret to breaking well is breaking badly.
That's kind of that's pretty sound advice.
Yeah. It is a strange one. And Ty's taking these out. It's just what he needed.
Yep. It'll do wonders for the confidence. Settle them down.
Yeah, and he gets a bit of a ripple as well, which is nice to hear. Interesting. Hasn't quite got it just yet. His break yesterday was amazing because he was doing the same thing every single time, and he was making a ball in the same pocket every single time. And it was the bottom left, as we look at it on the overhead camera there. It was almost like a 9-ball break, like where you put it in the same spot every time, and you know if you hit it good, you make that ball.
Right.
And I said to Justin afterwards, that's cheating. You shouldn't be able to do that in 8-ball. What have you done? And he did wonder that, you might just have to take it while it lasts because conditions and tables just change overnight.
Right. Too sure. It looks like the 11 passes, but
well, if it doesn't, he'll go into it. He may have made that worse. I'm almost certain that goes, but he might better than us. His next shot might be tough, though. Might have to take the 11 next, which isn't ideal. If it does go, you'd want to be pretty straight on it.
Definitely want to be above it, but it looks like he's going to play the 14 off the 3.
Well, this is far from an ideal situation. Big shot required. He did not miss that by much.
No, he did not. Did tie up the 1 and block the 8, so not too bad of an outcome considering.
Yeah, he's got some equity in the rack here. Justin Bergman will just be pleased to be at the table. Of course, the 2 is still a problem for him. Problem he tried to solve straight away.
Good effort.
This is far from an easy game to win for Justin Bergman here on solids.
Can't tell if the 4 passes in the top left. Looks tight.
I think it probably does.
I would imagine that he's going to shoot the 6 to use the 3 to break out the 8 and 1, and then depending on the layout, might use the 7 to break out the 2. Just play it safe.
I'm not surprised with that.
Then my last 2 matches with Justin, I've been really surprised, not surprised, but like how impressed by like how patient he is. He doesn't really force anything. He waits for you to make the mistake.
Yeah, and I think that's something we see especially with the very, very best players, this is such an attacking game, and the rules help dictate that it's an attacking game, and the tables help dictate that it's an attacking game. But sometimes the way to win is just to wait. You've got to be patient. Sometimes it's not designed for you to win. And Justin, if you put a gun to his head and say, get out from here, he'd probably give it a good go, but he knows his odds against.
Right.
So he's going to try and manipulate the table here and turn the odds in his favor.
He doesn't force the issue too often. Just kind of waits and bides his time.
Is Ty going to try and sneak this part past the 6? Oh, he did, but he got second prize. I think that was, I say second prize, that was probably his first plan actually, was to pop the 3, which I quite like. If you're new to the rule set, that's a legal shot. You can pot your opponent's ball as long as you play a legal shot in doing so. Very useful, tactical shot when the time is right. And I think Justin may be about to return the favour here. Yeah, there you go. Wow, that's a really bad result for him, actually.
Not too bad. I believe the 6 ball does go. I think the combination is wired.
But I think Ty's, if Ty wants to extend the tactical battle here, he can just take the 6 off the table whenever he wants.
That's true. Ouch.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best shot that Ty's ever played.
It seemed like he kind of rushed it a little bit.
We don't see many of these frames, and these are the frames that I must admit I really love. Almost like a chess match. Well, Justin has dangled the carrot there. He's just said, right, enough of this, and he's just baited Tyrel. He's just saying, right, I don't think you can get these.
Just kind of daring him to get out. Yeah.
And I must say, Tyrell's got options here.
Come down to the 15 to try to pocket it off the 6 to open up the 11.
You could even use this 9 to get a bit of action down towards the bottom left if you wanted. Now, can he maybe draw back into the 11 and 6 here and just disturb it? He knows he's got the 14 up to the top right as his insurance ball.
Not a bad aggressive shot. Just be worried about what you would get afterwards.
That was the worry.
This isn't a bad save. Be able to just clip the 11. Just gotta make sure the 11 comes back far enough to block the 2. Yeah, not too bad considering. It's unfortunate he got the 7, but that's the best he could do with that.
Yeah, Justin's still got a problem on the 2 ball though, but you'd probably make Justin favourite in the game now, just with having more balls on the table. Well, it's still not ideal, but he's got a shot.
Worked out. He has a nice angle, I think, to float down for the 2 ball.
He does, yeah. He's been a little fortunate actually with how that's come out, but he was a little bit unlucky to have it to have that 2 ball still not be potable. So we'll let him off.
But you know, when you're shooting good, it seems like everything just kind of just goes right for you, even if it's not planned, accidental.
And even when you don't need it.
Right.
That's the
Which
craziest
is the worst part,
thing,
right?
because when it's not going well for you, all you sometimes think is, I really wish just I got a little nudge here just to get me on track. They never come when you really need them. And Justin Bergman's playing so well at the moment, he doesn't need any lucky touches.
Hard to fade when you're playing good and getting lucky.
Well, yeah, quite. Is this tight? He's not got the whole pocket here. Never in doubt, though.
Never.
I always think the 15 seconds is fine until you have to have a plan B. Because, you know, a lot of players, especially all the guys in the shootout, yourself included, are good enough to formulate a quick plan, and as long as it goes well, you don't need more than 15 seconds a shot. But as soon as you're out of position, you need to rethink and reprogram. That's when 15 seconds really doesn't feel very long at all.
You gotta really trust your instincts.
Yep.
And trust yourself that, you know, what your first gut is the right thing to do. And not too bad a break from Ty.
Yeah, he's not getting loads of power on it, and I mean, he's not taking 5 balls off the table here, but despite it being quite congested, I think Stripes, they all have a pocket. They've got a route out here.
Yeah. Notice he cut the ball a little bit. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it seems to be working. Seems like the 12 ball is going to be the only tricky ball. If he can solve that, it's in good shape.
Yeah, he can land on it next. My thinking with this 12 is that he'd land underneath it and take it up to the top of the table. It's one of those finishes where you just need to be really precise. Ooh, and it's just that precision that's been lacking. If he hits the 5 full in the face, he's perfect.
Right.
He hits it half ball, and now he's in real trouble. For the up and down. I love that he just gets on with it.
Yep.
Doesn't leave himself any time to feel sorry for himself. He just moves on, tries to find the next shot. And I think it's another game that's going to get away from Ty Blowers here, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
You really see with shots like that just how well Justin knows his angles, knows the table. But also there's an element of execution to that as well. He's potting things in the middle of the pocket, so he's picking his line.
I think now he's just trying to determine what to do with the 3 and 6. But if he bumps in the bottom of the 10, he'll have a clear angle to the 6 and clear the pocket for the 3. He wants it slowed down. Oh, unfortunate.
Didn't miss that by a huge amount. Similar to Tyrel's shot, actually. He just wanted to catch it a little fuller, and it would have slowed the cue ball. A glancing blow, and he's in a little bit of trouble.
I think the 6 ball isn't like wired to go in.
Yeah, that helps. What were we saying earlier about sometimes it's nice to get those little nudges when you're playing well?
It's kind of unfair to be lucky and good. No.
Of course, plenty of folk would believe that you make your own luck, and if that's the case, Justin has more than earned his.
think I heard saying a long time ago that luck is the result of hard work.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do sometimes wonder, though, if that's just made up by hard-working people to make themselves feel better.
That's very true. I've never thought about that. But it made sense to me all the rest of the time that I heard it.
It does, yeah. In the last 16, sorry, Adam. In the last 16, we've still got Tom Cousins to play Lucas Taylor. That's next on here on the stream table.
No, that Chris Milling match was one of the best matches that I've seen all weekend.
Really?
It was
7-6, right?
7-6.
Wow, what a win that is for Sean. And he'll be able to hold on to that one for a long, long time, as well he should.
Yep.
So Justin here with a chance to further extend his lead, and with only 13 minutes left, a 5-1 advantage should prove pretty terminal for Tyrel.
Yeah, he had a great break. This is probably more the break that you were talking about from yesterday.
Yeah, this is a touch more ominous, really. I think Justin's 4-1 up, and he's only just found his break is not a great sign for Ty. He's going to have one shot to judge pretty well here, Justin Bergman. The 9 onto the 8 is it's fairly routine. It's just one that needs to be taken a bit of care with.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of like be careless with this, but I'd imagine just a stop shot or just draw it back to the left a little bit. It should be okay.
I played that perfectly. Brilliant from Justin Bergman. I've seen a few racks take their time and have to be worked out.
Can you imagine? For my money, I think Justin's the favorite. Although I know Tom, I watched him earlier, is a fantastic player, but the way Justin's playing right now, it's going to take something special to beat him.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
It's Tom's first time playing over.
First ever time playing American pool, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a serious talent. Best in the world at the English 8-ball form of the game, and great to see him come over to the US and sort of put himself out there a little bit and play some American pool. He's really enjoyed the experience from what I can tell. And he still might return home with a nice big paycheck.
It was great to just watch him play and, be able to watch, have players that you wouldn't be able to see normally in person. It's been a great experience of seeing how, the English 8-ball players approach the game of 8-ball differently.
Well, that's exactly it. It is very different, and I think for the English guys, I mean, myself included to a point, I find it really interesting to see how you Americans approach the game, because it is different, and I enjoy all the little details and intricacies to this game that are different to ours. It's fundamentally the same game, but it is very, very different.
Right.
Justin's put himself in a good position here, and what we were talking about earlier about things falling nicely for you. This is dead set as a combo. Doesn't even need to break into it.
No, that was pretty. He controlled the 10-ball.
Yeah, and for Ty Blowers, the shot at the start of this rack was a 5-1 down sort of a shot. He's not been the first, or I dare say the last, to sort of fall under the spell of Justin Bergman this weekend. He has been deadly. He goes on the hill. But yeah, gorgeous part of the world. Even when you're just driving around on the freeways around the town, just having the background of the mountains is, yeah, it's a beautiful part of the world.
And they're never too far away if you ever want to go there. So well, just a quick drive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not seeing too much of downtown Denver, but Maybe after the event's finished tonight, we can go and have some fun. That'd be nice. At the minute, it looks like it's going to be the Justin Bergman celebration party.
Yep.
Doesn't look like anyone is going to stop him on the form he's on at the moment.
What a dream layout. This is the type of layout we all dream about. It's just the prototypical roadmap.
Yeah. I mean, this is a training drill, isn't it? This is one you do for first thing you get into the club in the afternoon. I'll just get my arm going. I reckon Justin have a pretty good go at clearing these left-handed. Never mind with his good arm. What a super performance from Justin Bergman. A 7-1 victory over Ty Blowers. And the iceberg rumbles on here in Colorado. Adam, thanks so much for joining us on the commentary. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you along. And we'll see you very soon. And we'll see you very soon as well. We'll be back with Justin Bergman in the arena in just a tick. Stay with us.